Hi, what's up? Happy Sunday. How's it going? Would you like to watch a pay-per-view? Because I don't know what the fuck else to do. Jesus, what a couple of days. What a couple of days. Not only here on the channel, but in the wrestling world, and hell, what a last 10 days actually in the wrestling world. But the last 48 hours has sparked a lot of debate, and I think it's time for a little break. And we're going to go way back 20 years ago to 2004 and watch the show that crowned Eddie Guerrero as WWE champion for the first and only time in his career. I also am fully aware that it is NXT Vengeance Sunday. Has Baron Corbin always been coming out on a bike? Oh, so is Braun Breaker. So we got Vengeance on the TV. Looks like it's going to be about a 2-hour show. We'll eyeball that while we watch No Way Out. I apologize for the NXT thing. I texted Shawn Michaels this morning, and I said, bro, don't schedule NXT pay-per-views on Sundays because that's the day that I like to do classic pay-per-view watch-alongs on, and he sincerely apologized for doing that, and he would like for me to extend on his behalf apologies to all of you for having this show on the same day as our No Way Out 2004 watch along. Shawn Michaels is sorry, guys, for what he's doing because he knows this is going to drastically affect NXT's viewership and numbers for the show if they know everybody's over here watching this. So I'm going to communicate in the future more with WWE so we can not have these scheduling conflicts. I think that's kind of good news, right? What's up, guys? Happy Sunday to you. I don't even know what's on this show. I just thought that since we took last week off due to football, and next week is the Super Bowl, more football. We've got this watch along in between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania here, because in 2 weeks we're going to start our WrestleMania watch alongs. And I'm like, what show can we do? And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. We've already talked about it a couple of months ago. No Way Out 2004. The 20-year anniversary of this show is coming up, I think, in 11 days. I think this aired on, or this event was February 15th, 2004. So coming up on 20 years of this show. And the only thing I know about this event is that Eddie Guerrero beats Brock Lesnar in the main event. I don't know anything else about the show. I didn't even look it up on Wikipedia. I have no idea what to expect. I have watched the Eddie Guerrero and Brock match back a couple times in the last 20 years, but I don't think I've ever gone back and looked at this pay-per-view. So I have no idea what to expect and how good the show is beyond and outside of the Eddie Guerrero and Brock match. So y'all are going to have to fill me in. Hope you guys are having a great day. Well, this pay-per-view, by the way, is only 2.5 hours long. So I'll say hello to everybody here in the chat first before we get going. Hopefully you guys can do double Peacock. I forgot we're going to be watching two things on Peacock. So I have NXT on the TV over here. I've got the No Way Out pay-per-view pulled up on Peacock on my computer over here, and you're going to look for Season 6, Episode 1 on those No Way Outs. The runtime, according to Peacock, is 2 hours, 29 minutes, and 6 seconds. So you guys know how it works here. Once we hit play together, in just a couple of minutes, the timer right below me will begin to run, and just keep your shit synced up with my timer, and we should be fine. I have killed the ads on all of my watch-alongs. You may have some Peacock ads, depending on what tier you have, but at least here, you shouldn't be interrupted with any bullshit going as we watch this pay-per-view here. And like I said, we'll eyeball NXT and see what you guys have to say about all this stuff. Again, happy Sunday to you. Let's say hello to Decimania and Tatanani, Brandon McNeil, JJ Legg. We got MJ Parker, Divine Ricks, Garrett Osborne, the Juliet, Deshaun Robinson, and Zach Palgett. Hitting all them channel members first. Good to see you guys. Also, good to see Mike Rouse. We have Rodrigo up in here. We got Big J, William Cullen, JJ, 1987, Decimania, I got you a minute ago. Ben Espinoza is here. We also have Green P, right on. David Brown, happy to see you as always. Did I see Angie in here? Yeah, Angie Law, good to see you. What's up? Awesome that you are here as well. Jimmy's Reviews and Archives is here. Nice. Right on. This is a great escape. I hear you, man. I've been spending the last 2 days like thinking about this, doing YouTube videos about it, tweeting my nutsack off on social media. And it's been just like a hectic day. It hasn't been like stressful. I haven't been arguing with anybody or anything like that. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of more bullshit than I am. I'm just like, WWE, you fucking idiots. We want Cody. We want Cody. The backlash is way stronger than I thought it would be after Friday. On Friday night, we came up here and talked about this. Obviously, we were pissed, and a lot of fans were going to be pissed, and we knew that. But I still thought it was kind of a long shot for the fans to actually sabotage these shows and make a ton of noise. And it's starting to look like that is a very real possibility, unless WWE makes some drastic change tomorrow night on Raw. By the way, we will be here tomorrow night after Raw to review the show, whatever they're going to try to. They're probably going to freak us out even more with whatever they say tomorrow. I'm not sure if anything is going to be fully answered until after that presser on Thursday, which is interesting that it's in Vegas, not in Philly, as we just talked about a week ago on the podcast about WrestleMania 41 locations and how I was hoping it would be Vegas so I could go and I could drive to it. And Vegas is a great city to attend a wrestling show in, especially WrestleMania. We would have a blast. And if they were to book something like Rock and Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 41, that would have to be like a Vegas or a Miami type of market, I would think, or even New York for something like that. And the fact that the press conference for WrestleMania 40 is in Vegas makes me wonder if maybe this is just an announcement for Rock and Roman Reigns a year from now, because Rock is a long gamer, don't forget. So I still think we're going to have a few days of panic here, but the way I've been reading the backlash, the shit that we've been reading today, you know, how it feels like this could have very well been a publicity stunt to distract from Vince McMahon, although you can only distract from that situation for so long. It's a temporary distraction, if anything. It's not going to make anybody forget about what's going on. Whatever their motivations were or are for doing what they did, it sounds like they might actually have to rethink this and either have some sort of an angle. Tomorrow on Raw, I pitched the idea of CM Punk coming to the ring with his arm in a sling and pulling an Ace Steel, like Ace Steel did to him in AEW, where he motivated him with a really strong promo and slapped him in the face. Come on. I could see Punk doing that to Cody. Come on, Cody. This place ran me out of here 10 years for the same reasons, the same thing that's happening to you right now. Don't let them do this to you. Stand up and fight for your dad, for your family, and slap Cody in the face. Smack some sense into him. And then Cody's like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not moving aside for The Rock. Fuck you, Dwayne. So I'm hoping something like that happens, or they tease us some more tomorrow and have Cody accept Seth's proposition, which I still don't think makes any sense because Cody has made it clear from day one the belt Roman's carrying is the one he wants. That has the connection to his dad. Of everything going on, that's the easiest part of this to understand. So why he would even accept Seth's challenge, regardless of what Roman said about the belt or anything like that, or what Seth said about it, makes no sense to me. So we will see what they do tomorrow. They're probably going to freak me out even more. And then maybe by Thursday, the sun will have risen again and we'll be back on track to Cody and Roman. But right now, WWE is on the verge of making a catastrophic creative blunder, and one that is going to really be remembered negatively for years to come. I don't care about the business it's going to do or how many followers The Rock has. It's not about that. The fans are pissed. It's "we want Cody" hashtags all over the fucking place. And I will say this to the fans that are taking this 2 or 3 steps too far: do not wish ill will on The Rock or Roman Reigns or death on them or leukemia or anything like that. That is ridiculously immature and stupid and fucking ignorant. This has nothing to do with that. You don't need to wish death on people. I'm as disappointed and annoyed and frustrated with this whole thing as anybody is, but the last thing in the world anybody needs to be doing is wishing harm on someone else. Otherwise, you just look like a fucking douchebag. So it's okay to be pissed. It's okay to say, hey, WWE, are you guys idiots? But come on, let's not be wishing death on people here. At the end of the day, I'm still a Rock fan, a Roman fan, and a Cody fan. I just don't want what it appears like they might be doing and what they set in motion on SmackDown on Friday. But then again, they did leave a couple of subtle doors open for changes, swerves, and they never really did announce anything on Friday. So we are still basing this all on assumption, and nothing has been officially announced. So tomorrow, after Raw, we will pick this discussion back up and talk about whatever it looks like we might see on Thursday on the presser. But it's been a mess. If you want to hear my comments on all of this, I have 2 videos up on the channel that were posted just a few hours apart, one late on Friday night, and then yesterday for the Winged Eagle podcast, we were up here. Those 2 videos both popped off, and they both brought in about 500 new subscribers just in one day. That's like 1/80th of our total subscribers we got in one day. So the fans sound like they're very passionate as well, because there's a lot of feedback on these videos and a lot of discussion and a lot of agreement with what I'm saying. And, and some people are fine with Roman and Cody and Roman and Rock. And like I said, if you're fine with it, I'm happy for you. It's just, I think the vast majority don't want this, and that is crystal fucking clear if you just pay attention. So we will be getting into that tomorrow. It's a fucking mess, and I don't want to think about it. But like Jimmy said, this is an escape from that for one day. Good to see Steve DL up in here as well. We got Bry FNK, Daniel Clark, Danny Downbad. We are pro wrestling. Yo, man, I might have some questions for you because I don't know what's going on this show. I am really illiterate on 2004 No Way Out. All right, are we good here? Let me just center myself. Okay, so in the meantime, hopefully you guys have gone and pulled up your Peacock and pulled up No Way Out, Season 6, Episode 1. Also, we've got is it Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker are a team? They're taking on Carmelo and Trick. Oh, okay, that's what's going on NXT right now. There's no titles on the line. Those guys aren't tag champs, are they? I don't know what's going on over there. But anyway, NXT is on right now as well. We will keep our eye on that as we watch No Way Out 2004. All right, I'm going to get my fingers queued up and ready here so we can start this timer. I couldn't find any. I went to the store. They didn't have my 805s. So I reverted back to the OG Stella. I used to always drink these, and I've kind of found a new beer, a new sipping beer. But I couldn't find it today. So I went back to the old Stella. Cheers to you. Anybody who might be enjoying a nice Sunday soda pop of their own. I'm going to be spending next Sunday at my sister's house, rooting hard. Me and the Swifties, rooting hard for Tay-Tay and Trav. That's what we're going to be doing next Sunday, so no watch along. Keep that in mind. We'll be back in 2 weeks to start WrestleMania, and we'll talk here in a little bit about which WrestleMania we should do. I'm thinking like WrestleMania 9 or maybe 11, one of those two. We'll see. All right, y'all got your fingers ready? Let me just get my finger on the timer and the play button, and I think I am ready. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. All right, I'm good on my end. Ooh, what are we starting with here? Sable? Or Tori? No, it is Sable. That's Sable and Tori. Well, look at there. What a start. What a start to the show, guys. We got a Sable and Tori sighting up in here. Pay-per-views have started worse, I will say. My beverage is Robitussin tonight. Well, Juliet, I hope you feel better. Look at them. They're holding hands and everything. They both look great. Matching dresses, kind of. Oh, this was during the dual play. That's an interesting thing to start with here. We are so proud. All right. What are they going to do out here? They're in the Cow Palace? I didn't know that's where the show was. No shit. That's awesome. Right up north from me. I mean, way up north from me, but it's up there. Tori and I wanted to come out here tonight and say hello, San Francisco. They both looked so freaking good. My God. Sable, I hate your voice. I always have. She's got the worst voice. You sound like a deer caught in a fence. How you doing, Maggot Teddy? I'm hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. Try not to throw myself off a bridge over what WWE's doing at WrestleMania. But when it comes to entertaining you, there isn't anything the SmackDown superstars will not do. Oh, really, Tori? Okay. When it comes to entertaining us, there's nothing they won't do. And as far as Tori and I, there isn't anything we won't do. Oh. The WWE thirsty audience. 20 years ago, it's still going on. Michael Cole, Itaz. Daniel Clark, you got a copy of that sucker. I don't have any WWE Playboys. I think I had the first one that came out. I bought the first Sable one. I wanted it. I wanted it as like to collect it. I might still have it, but I don't remember. But I never bought another one again. I'll have to check my magazine stack. I probably don't have it anymore. Most likely, but I had it at one time. I had to get rid of it. Pages got a little, you know. Another title defense. Beat the man senseless. All right, so we're getting our... So Tori and Sable, I guess, just opened the show here to give us that little intro, and now we're moved into the video package here, and it was already known by this point. I remember reading the online and the sheets and everything that Brock was leaving. We already knew, I believe, going into No Way Out that was happening. Austin gives Goldberg a front row ticket. I forgot. What's up, Divine Ricks? Appreciate you dropping that $5 in, my friend. Man, I miss Eddie. Dude was ahead of his time. To me, this is one of my favorite title changes of all time. Me too. I kind of wish it didn't have the Goldberg part associated with it, but it was a long time coming for Eddie, and I think this match and this show is really important to the generation after me. I've said that before about as much as I loved Eddie, I think people who are a little younger than me loved him even more. I think those fans appreciate Eddie the same way I appreciate Owen. Same type of thing. I mean, before we learned of Brock leaving the company, and before it was even clear that Goldberg was going to leave the company, they teased this match in late 2003, Goldberg and Brock. And I marked out. I was like, oh, that's going to be fucking badass. It was not fucking badass. It was just fucking ass. That's all it was. But it could have been better, should have been better. Circumstances made it suck. But Goldberg and Brock really was a dream match. And to hold that in MSG, you know, should have been one of WWE's most epic clashes. And it was anything but. All right, No Way Out. Got chains everywhere. Look at those chains. The chain frame, that's awesome. I don't know what song this is they're using. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. Tatanani, anyone see Over the Edge review on wrestling bios today? Oh, did that drop today on their channel? I've seen a few of their videos, not a lot. They do a good job over there. Really, really well put together stuff. If they did an Over the Edge review, I'm assuming you mean 99. I'm sure it was done well. Oh, she was my girl. She was one of my favorites. At the time, I was very high on Shaniqua. Is that what they called her? Yeah, Shaniqua. What was she called in TNA? Did she go by her real name? It's Linda Miles, right? Like, her look is just ridiculous. Like, that girl could compete for the IC title. I mean, look at, she's got that Charlotte body. She's got that Charlotte or Jade or Bianca body, you know? It's crazy. Those ripped chicks. She doesn't resemble Rhea as much as she resembles Charlotte in terms of her physique and stuff, but... Oh, my God. What's she up to these days? Anybody know? When did she leave the business? I don't recall ever seeing her in the ring. Maybe she just sucked. I don't know. Maybe she sucked in the ring, but man, her look is just... I forgot Rikishi and Scotty were even tag team champions. Yeah, this is 2004. Wow, this is way past. So Brian Christopher would have been long gone from the company, right? Probably fired or whatever. And I guess when Scotty did the dark match at AEW a few weeks back, and they used this song. It's all part of that library that you would hear, like the Hardy Boys theme and Hardcore Holly and shit like that. I guess Tony Khan picked it up. She retired it 1 year after this? I mean, maybe the business just isn't for everybody. Maybe she just didn't like it. I don't know anything about her life or why she retired, but she was only a couple years in. Would she have a 3-year career and retire? Mike Akuma, appreciate the $2. Isn't she like 6'2" as well? At least she looks tall as hell. She looks taller than me. Like Shaniqua and I, we might be equal in sexiness, but she's got me by an inch or two in height. Is she on the ring apron? Is this a handicap? Okay, so she's in this match. So this is basically WrestleMania 5 with Shaniqua playing the role of Mr. Fuji. It's the exact same thing, right? Oh, so Grandmaster Sexay is on the verge of returning. Okay. I thought he had already been fired by that point. All right. Cool. See, I need you guys for this history. 2004 was, oh man, came right down on his head. So this is by the way, this is the Bashams and Shaniqua versus Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty for the tag team title, and this does, for the tag team titles, and this does appear to be a handicap match as Shaniqua is on the apron. I didn't catch you on that tag team match there with them fellers. Looking at Gigi Dolan right now, which is really not a hard thing to do. It's very easy to look at her. Doesn't require any stress or pain whatsoever. It's actually quite pleasant. Did Michael Cole just say it's available in the Bermuda and Bahamas? Come on, pretty mama. Shaniqua's in, courtesy of a Rikishi, of Rakishi. Rikishi's has got his hands there. Oh, he's gonna Sting face her? Oh man, I think that might have been why she retired right there. Some big fucking Samoan stuck his ass crack in my face, so I retired. I left the business. That's where I draw the line. I saw Scotty 2 Hotty wrestle a few times when he was Scott Taylor. Saw him like in person, like back in like '97 in the light heavyweight title tournament, or whatever they were doing back then. I think that's what it was. The tournament that Taka won, and I think I saw him work dark matches a lot before he found his character. Chris, you met Rikishi? I've seen Rikishi wrestle a million times in person. I did kind of briefly meet him at WrestleMania this year. We spent a lot of time standing next to each other during the WrestleCon. Oh! God, she is just a beast. Why is she retiring next year? Can somebody tweet her and ask her to come back? God damn. Sucks for her, too, because she might have come around at the wrong time. She might be better served to be in the business now at this age with that look than maybe in 2004. Makes you wonder what they would have done with a Jade Cargill or something if they would have came across someone like her in those days. I'm ready for that Sol Ruka to get rolling, too. Get back healthy. I think she's injured. Chaz, did I miss a super chat from you from yesterday? Let's take a look. I thought I was good about those, but yesterday, the last two videos had big audiences, and I was worried that I might miss a few. I'm not used to dealing with 1,000 people in the chat at once. It ain't every day we get them quadruple digits in the chats, you know. Let me see if I can find that from yesterday, bro. Hey, Mike Witt, if you're here, show yourself in the chat because I have a question for you too. I mean, from what I remember hearing, I don't know much about the Bashams, but they were not a team in OVW, right? They were feuding, I guess. So they work pretty well as a team in terms of like continuity and tag team strategy for two guys that were just whose head they shaved and said, "Hey, you guys look alike." Let's check yesterday's video there, Chaz. There was a couple I missed. I also missed Joshua Aparicio's yesterday. Joshua, if you're here, let me know. I'll answer this one from yesterday. I see are you talking about the one yesterday, Chaz? Here's what you said. WWE and TKO are using The Rock like they... Oh, wait, hold on. I thought we were getting a finish. WWE and TKO are using The Rock like they did Cena back in 07 because of the worldwide status of Dwayne has taking eyes off of Vince. Yeah. Cena in 2007 did not have the notoriety that Rock present day does, though, but there are some parallels there, for sure. And I've mentioned them. Oh, Shaniqua's in there. She's got a hold of Rikishi. Shaniqua is the legal woman in this match. He's going to go give her the bonsai drop. Please don't bonsai drop Shaniqua. Have any of y'all tweeted her yet and told her to come back? What'd she say? Is she coming? Did she say she's coming? Oh, powerbomb. Shaniqua. By the way, if you're new to this channel, we do classic pay-per-view watch-alongs every Sunday, right here at the same time every week. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. If there's a WWE pay-per-view or something else going on, we might miss a week here or there, but usually we're here. And we usually block. Rikishi's got Shaniqua. He's in a bonsai or a Samoan dropper watch. Yep. Oh, as soon as he grabbed her arm, I'm like, Samoan drop. He's going to pull her over. Don't bonsai drop her. Protect this woman. Oh, right in the stomach. Oh, smash liver. Oh, Linda Miles, man. Shaniqua ate a bonsai drop for the win. Help her. Rikishi, you should be arrested. First you run over Austin, then you stick your ass in this girl's face, then you smush her. I don't know about y'all, but that's a heel move. But anyway, as I was saying, classic watch-alongs every Sunday right here on the channel. And we usually watch pay-per-views that are consistent with whatever month we're in. So last month we were watching Rumbles. Here we're watching a No Way Out. But in 2 weeks, next week's Super Bowl, so of course we won't be here. But 2 weeks from today, we're going to start watching WrestleManias. And we've already watched a bunch of good ones over the years. So this is going to be the year where we watch bad ones. And we're going to watch 2. We're going to watch 9. We're going to watch 11. And we're probably going to want to watch 15. Because I don't think we've watched 15 yet. And I was at 15. So we got to do those. And we got to do WrestleMania 1. And we have to do WrestleMania 5. 2 weeks from now, WrestleMania 5. That's what we're going to do. Mega Powers Explode. It's settled. I want to do that one. And that one doesn't suck that bad. So we'll start with kind of a good one. And then maybe the week after that, we'll do our 9 or our 11. So 2 weeks from tonight, the Mega Powers Explode. Set your calendars or whatever you set. Get a Post-it note, write WrestleMania 5, Greg's channel, 2 weeks from now. Stick it on your forehead, and just keep it there until next time we're back. Nydia and Jamie Noble are rich. Look at that trailer. That is nice right there. Running water. Babe, we ain't even got to go out in the back and shit in the yard anymore. He does not seem to like Nydia. Does Jamie Noble really talk like that, or is it really exaggerated? Because I used to be from the South, and I can do that accent if I want to. I can sound like a total country bumpkin redneck if I really so choose. I just usually don't choose to do that. Oh, poor Nydia in her Where's Waldo shirt got misted. I need Jamie. Where's Jamie? You look like the Incredible Hulk. That's the key to the Southern accent. Like if you want to say, I want to go back there, you don't say, I want to go back there. You say, I want to go back there. I want to go back there. Fucking Noble. Oh my God, she's blind, really? I used to wear shirts like that in 2004. Had like 4 of them. But wait, Nydia. Just wait, Nydia. Why do you need a $5,000 mink coat? Y'all live in the South in a trailer park. It's warm there. Nydia's regained her eyesight. It's back now. Look at the walking stick. They did this? Oh, it's a blindfold match. I like how she did that. I can't see what I'm... Oh, wood chipper. They rented a wood chipper for this? It's probably a $300 rental just for the day. Plus, you got to get it there. Or I guess they bring it to you. But that's cost extra. What happened to Nydia? Both of them. I like her too. What happened to Shaniqua and Nydia? Where are they? Please tweet them. Very angry Jamie Noble. He still works for WWE, right? He's still an agent. I think. I mean, he's wearing Tommy Hilfiger. Jorts. I love that the name of the match is actually called a boyfriend versus girlfriend blindfold match. That's hysterical. Let me answer these super chats while Nydia is making her entrance here. Michael. Here she comes. Cargill versus 2004 Linda Miles. Book it at WrestleMania. I just want to get all the ripped chicks in like a fatal 4-way. Like get them all. Get Bianca in there. Get Charlotte in there. I feel like Jordan Grace and Ivy Nile too short. Like I'm thinking of the tall, strong women. Who else besides those 4? Who am I missing? That's like that. And then just do some crazy battle royal with them. That would be crazy fun. George Morris is here. Dude, you're late. What the F? You're like the first one that super chats. I shouldn't even read this. I'm so pissed at you. I'm kidding. Thanks for the $10, dude. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? How is Tito? Spectrum was here installing new cable boxes. Rick Rude is in 2K24 with Peacock dub theme. I don't know why. Jim Johnson theme was awesome, and why it was dubbed, I don't either. So you got some new cable boxes from Spectrum. Spectrum is the internet we're using right now to stream this whole thing. It hasn't been perfect, and I don't have fiber optic capabilities in the house that I'm in, so I'm at their mercy. But it's worked pretty well. We've only had a couple of streams fuck up because of it. So Spectrum, I guess, isn't all that bad. And I don't think I've ever had any really serious interruptions service with them at all. And that's crazy that Rick Rude's theme, even in the video game, is dubbed. Especially when it was like a Jim Johnson creation. I don't know how all that works and how these licenses are structured that it makes it so WWE can't use it unless they license it. But when they're bringing in $500 million or whatever it is on a Netflix deal, how expensive can Rick Rude's theme be? What are we talking about here? The equivalent of a six-piece chicken nugget at McDonald's? Like, come on. I'll pay for it. Just bill me. I'll pay for Rick Rude's theme on the network. Any WWE officials watching right now? If you're not busy panicking if you're going to have a job in a week, just put the song in, send me the bill. I can probably even get you guys to help me with the bill. All I got to do is flash it on screen. You guys would donate. You guys are cool like that. You'd help me pay that bill because that's how nice you guys are. Gabriel, good to see you. Appreciate the $5. Jamie Noble can't see shit, but of course, this is like the Rick Martel and Jake the Snake blindfold match from WrestleMania. Oh, pantsed. You know, they are very lucky. Well, I guess he kind of had his pants undone there, but they're very lucky that when she pulled his pants down, that everything didn't come down. That could have easily happened. Like, obviously, Jamie Noble can see through that, but I'd have trouble breathing. I would be very claustrophobic in that, and I would want this match to go by super quick. Anyway, thank you, Gabriel, for that $5. Hey, Greg, tried sending a message on IG yesterday, but it only allows one message unless invite is accepted. Say no more, bro. I'll go over there right now and do that. Let's accept that invite from you while we're watching Jamie Noble. If I can find it. Oh, I got a lot of... Oh, man. Let's see if I can find you here. You can look, but you can't touch. Did you send an invite? Whatever, I don't know. I don't see anything from you, Gabriel. Unless you've sent me a message before, which a lot of people have. I know I suck. Working on that, Gabriel. I'll look at it, though, and try to get you in. We Are Pro Wrestling, that comment you made earlier about that was done to write her off TV back to OVW. Is that for... You're talking about Shaniqua? Oh, he pulled her hair out? Ouch. Oh, thank you for that fact, We Are Pro Wrestling. Yesterday was the 35th anniversary of the Mega Powers breakup angle. Which is weird. I think I brought that up yesterday. I think I brought it up on the podcast. I said, what if The Rock jumped in the middle of that and he faced Randy Savage at WrestleMania 5? Up, Jamie Noble peaked. What a cheater. I watched that live with my family, as I did in 1988 as well. That is a Dragon Sleeper. He's got her. She's tapping. But I was only 12, dude. And when I saw Elizabeth come out in that dress, I was like, she's going to take a bump. I didn't call it that. I said, she's going to get hit or they're going to hurt her. I knew 100% because that's a bump in dress. You know, her titties aren't going to fly out of that. And as soon as I saw her in that, I had a feeling that she was going to get injured in the match. And I said so to both of my parents. And I said, I don't like this. All right, so Jamie Noble taps out Nydia in the blindfold match. He cheated and peeked. What a cheater. Oh, Gacy Dijak is going on right now. This might be the finish, though. It is. Dijak just won. It looked like he hit him with the Sammy Guevara's whatever his is called. It's like the GTS into the go to sleep or the some GTS variation. They cut Michael Cole off. Just the pay-per-view feed committed suicide. Oh. So who attacked Angle? Isn't Angle a heel? Okay, so it's Angle, Cena, and Big Show. Okay. Oh, Josh, I can't look at him. Don't make me look at him. Earring. Strike one. Turtleneck. Strike two. Frosted tips. Strike three. Get out my face. Oh my God, he looks like a fucking ass bag.
I don't know if you get it. But common sense tells me that it would be one of two guys that would get the most benefit out of me not making it to this triple threat number one contenders match tonight. Which means it's either the Big Show.
Oh, this is number one contender match. So is this how Angle gets the shot against Eddie?
I don't get my opportunity to go to WrestleMania and wrestle in the main event of the WWE Championship.
And here I am being interviewed by Lance Bass.
It's true. It's all about WrestleMania.
Oh, you're still rapping, huh?
It's all about who gets to go to the granddaddy of them all. See, you got it wrong, Kurt. I am the type of guy to knock your ass out. But if John Cena gonna do it,
I don't know what's going on in here, this contract signing. Oh, I know you. You follow me. Chase you. Oh. Oh, no. We're fighting. Is that John Laurinaitis? Oh, God. Is that the victim? Is that the victim, John Laurinaitis? Oh, look at that horrible weather in San Francisco. My God, it is cold up there. They tried to do a shot of the Golden Gate Bridge. It was just gray. All right, here comes the world's greatest tag team. Go get another cold one. Be right back. 2 seconds. Is this going to be... Because Bradshaw's on the verge of becoming Bradshaw, or becoming JBL. Against the APA. Boy, this is the end of the APA, isn't it? They would not be around much longer after this, if I remember right. Sorry, I'm just trying to center myself. Trying to center my chi. Or whatever it's called. Well, he's already got that JB. It's weird seeing him like this because he's APA, but the metamorphosis is underway, you know? But Bradshaw did have a lot of different hairstyles over the years. He went long and black there. He had the mustache when he was a member of the Blackjacks. He had that long blonde hair when he was Justin Hawk Bradshaw. He had it long and short in the APA. Wore a cowboy hat. I mean, he really did change a lot, Bradshaw. Yeah, there's a lot of history in this building. I can't believe they're there. Yeah, see, Todd Pettengill, he made the dorky look work. When Todd would rock a mullet and an earring, it was beautiful. When Josh Matthews rocks an earring, a turtleneck, and frosted tips, it makes me want to barf. I can't handle that kid. I can't. I'm not even sure if when Ron Simmons had an actual retirement date or match even, because he might have done some appearances and even maybe gotten in the ring a time or two in WWE for special occasions in between damn segments backstage. But he was older. I liked Ron Simmons a lot, like in the early 90s. By the time he got to WWE, I guess mobility-wise, he wasn't quite as good as I thought he was once. Farouk's got such a deep voice you can hear him. I'm gonna throw you in the corner now. I wonder if Farouk had that voice when he was like 12. Okay, Denny, the funny thing is, I don't know who any of these people are that I'm looking at right now. Guy's got the Tupac bandana, OTM. Out of, what are they? Out the what? I have no idea who they are. They look like very athletic dudes. Oh, is that Reggie? Is that Reginald? And I don't know who the girl is. Okay. Don't know much about them. Do you realize that, I mean, if there's 80 of you in the chat or whatever, there's only 81 people in the world right now watching that match and this match at the same time? Who the hell else do you think is watching No Way Out 2004 right now and is also, and if they are, the tag match is playing? How many people outside of this stream are doing that? I think it's just us. We're the only ones in the world. Only ones in the universe. That's quite an honor. Mm. Out the mud? That's what they're called? That's what OTM means? Out the mud? Were they in the mud? I'm glad they got out. Because if you don't get out, then you're Artax from the Never-Ending Story, and you don't want to be Artax. How many? I wonder how many the Cow Palace seats. 15K for a wrestling show, or more? Ooh. Jesus, Bradshaw. Look at these young bucks selling for Bradshaw. Speaking of the young bucks, are they going to beat Sting in his last match and win the tag team championships? Is that what they're setting up? Oh, big power bomb. They got that tornado tag on Wednesday, and the titles are on the line, and Sting doesn't lose. So doesn't that guarantee that Sting is going to win the tag team titles on Wednesday? Is he really going to lose a match this close to his final match? So that means he's either going to retire as tag team champion or lose, giving the Bucks the ultimate heat and the tag team championships. Feels like that's what they're doing. And I'm barely even watching AEW right now because I've been so focused on the shitstorm in front and behind the camera in WWE. Whoa! Fall away, second roper. That's impressive. Fall away slams in general are impressive to me. The physics of them. Oh my God. I mean, I can see why Bradshaw would be attractive as a main eventer. Dude could move and he was big. And he lost. Haha, fuck off, JBL. I mean, my AEW content consumption over the last 2 weeks has been largely reduced to YouTube clips and stuff, and even that seemed obvious to me. I even said that on the podcast yesterday. I'm like, okay, so they're doing this match for the titles, and I start thinking out loud. I'm like, wait, Sting's never lost, so that means he's going to win the titles on Wednesday. And they're going to face the Bucks probably at Revolution. I think that's what they've established here. And the Bucks have got this new persona, ultimate heels. What way to make yourself an ultimate heel than to have Sting never lose a match in AEW until his final match, and the Bucks steal it, win the titles. Is that what they're going to do in Greensboro? And here comes Goldberg. He's out already? It's a bit early, isn't it? Wait, Eddie's the main event, right? Eddie and Brock? This ain't mid-card, is it? Shit, maybe it is. Unless he's just going to come out here and hang out for every match. Good. Yes, please support content creators. I would never discourage in supporting other content creators. Please do not support just me. Find other people that you like. There's a lot of good people out there. There's a lot of assholes too, but there's a lot of great people. Got a big WrestleMania week coming up. I have secured 2 collabs that I'm going to be working on. I plan to do about 5, so it's going to be fun. I got to make up for last year because I went last year, and this year I want to have an opportunity to take advantage of WrestleMania season, because if for any reason WrestleMania is 41 is in Vegas, that means I'm going to that too. I wish every wrestling show could be in Vegas. It's so easy because all the hotels are there, the arenas are there. You just drive there, find your hotel, you park. You don't need your car again. You don't need to drive anywhere. You don't need to go anywhere. Whatever you're going to do, hanging out, meetups, that type of thing can all just be so centralized, and it's so awesome. I've been to Vegas twice for wrestling shows, and it's by far my favorite city. For wrestling, because of just the endless things to do. Shit doesn't close down. You can do whatever you want. It's just a 24/7 fucking party. So I like it. You go to SoFi Stadium, you go to Kia Forum here up in LA. Unless you want to go to the little country buffet that's a few yards away, there's really nowhere to go and hang out or meet or anything like that. Is that -1 in Goldberg? Okay, Heyman's out here. So what are they going to do here? Are they trying to act like this match is next? Are they going to delay it? Is he packed? He looks like he's packing heat. What's he got in his jacket? What is Heyman holding? Or is he just holding his ribs or something?
Excuse me, but just who in the hell do you think you are?
Okay, so Heyman is calling out Goldberg here, mad that he's sitting front row, gifted a ticket by Stone Cold. Okay, so Paul, so he's selling the ribs. I thought he was holding something in his pocket. So he must have gotten speared.
And this is the first SmackDown pay-per-view of the Paul Heyman administration. Now, I realize, Mr. Goldberg, that you have spent 11 months up close and personal with the inferior Raw brand. And I'm very proud of you. See, that's why Vince McMahon suspended you from Raw. Well, sir, this is...
I didn't know Vince suspended him from Raw either.
And I'm glad that you had the good taste to witness a SmackDown pay-per-view, but I assure you, Mr. Goldberg, that's all you're going to do. You're going to witness a SmackDown pay-per-view, because if you get up out of that...
You know how Paul Heyman has his hair now? That would have looked fine back in these days. 20 years ago, he should have been doing that. He would have looked distinguished. Now he looks like a homeless drunk who found a suit in the trash. Oh, okay, so we're doing a whole bunch of shit right now. I was wondering what was going on. Here comes Brock. Off the hook pain, whatever that means.
In case you're not smart enough to know, here on SmackDown, we have a saying.
Look at this, Heyman and Brock back together. Have they made up? Here comes the pain. Paul Heyman, are you going through puberty? Look how young Brock looks, Jesus. Yeah, we might hear some more. Brock is probably out of our lives. I thought we had a good 2 to 3 years left of matches in Brock. Probably not. But then again, you never know. Okay, it looks like In the Mud or whatever lost. Andy Linnell decided that earlier. We are going to do WrestleMania 5. The Mega Powers explode. Brock is yelling now at Goldberg.
You sit right there and don't you make a move. No. You're scared, aren't you? You're scared. I can see it in your eyes. You're scared. No. Listen, you sit there and you stay there. Come on, Bill. Come on.
You know, Brock and Goldberg, if they ever got in a fight, a real fight, Brock would eat him and completely shit him through his bowels within 10 seconds. But back then, might have been more of a match. Brock didn't have too much of that MMA training. He was a wrestler and he could handle his own. He probably would have won the fight. But Goldberg was also younger. I think if Jericho took him down, Goldberg or Brock definitely would have taken him down. Well, that's all it took. Goldberg's up now. He's getting in there. You're not allowed to. Fans can't just climb the barricade. There's a fan in the ring. This is completely unorthodox. That's what sucks that these guys were leaving, because this match would be fucking epic if it wasn't for the circumstances. Oh, they fight. Okay. So they're going to have a full-blown match here. Okay. And the crowd isn't even shitting on it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, so he softens Brock up? Does he still show up in the Eddie match, too? I didn't know that they protected Brock so much on the way out. I would have had Eddie fucking beat him clean. Heyman is losing his mind. Heyman's like me when... Heyman is literally me on Friday when Cody stepped aside for The Rock. I did what Heyman was just doing. Only worse. Oh, arrest. Oh, Goldberg's like, yeah, arrest me, whatever. I'm a rebel. I'm an outlaw. Wouldn't it be nice if you got your theme music played when you got arrested? I got pulled over last week for the first time in years. Cop came out of nowhere right behind me. I'm like, oh shit. So I pull over and I'm like, fuck, what the fuck did I do? And he's like, I clocked you going 50 in a 35, man. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I go down this road every day. I was actually paying attention to another car, and I was like, my bad. And he goes, let me see your license. And I give it to him, and he looks at it, and he looks at me, and he goes, just slow down, man. Have a great night. And I'm like, cool, thanks a lot. He just wanted to make sure. He's just looking for a DUI. That's all it was. I wasn't worth the paperwork. It was kind of on a busy road, but he came around the passenger side, so he kind of almost stuck his head in the car. So you got a full view of what was going on in there. And he's like, this kid's just going home. I was just driving home from work. But if he would have arrested me, I would have wanted my theme music played. Goldberg came here as a fan. This is kind of horseshit. Oh no. Oh no. I don't remember. I had no idea about any of this at all. So didn't they have those two wrestled Royal Rumble, didn't they? Holly and Brock? And so that's still lingering, I guess. God, Holly's in shape. Oh, Rhino and Hardcore Holly, huh? All right. So they went right into this match right after the Brock Goldberg brawl. Fun. Hey, Nick Morales, what's up? So we got Hardcore Holly and Rhino with Little H as the referee. So I had no idea. I guess maybe I kind of vaguely remember that now. That Brock got his ass kicked so badly prior to the match for the title. I was so disappointed because I really liked Eddie's run. Like, I was so happy when he won the title. Plus, you could almost smell it. Like, I do remember going into this match that a lot of us were feeling like it was going to be Eddie's night, you know? And then here they're setting up, they're laying the groundwork for it all night with the beatdown and stuff. So I do remember feeling like Eddie was going to win, but it was still really surreal when it did happen. And as awesome as that was, I was so bummed when he dropped the title. I don't think they gave him a fair enough shake. What are we talking about here? February to July? Come on. Maybe. I think it might have been better strategy, in my mind, if Eddie and Benoit hadn't done it at the same time. You know what I mean? Because we had two brands kind of having the same type of champion. Maybe it would have been better to have one of those champions be someone like a Triple H or be someone that has a lot of heat from the IWC, if it even existed back then. That way you can have kind of a brand competition. You can create your own that way instead of just having the two brands. Yes, if you have two champions that are vastly different and have a different type of fan following, that's how you can start getting camps built against each other and actually build a real rivalry. So I almost think that, you know, if Eddie was the champion on SmackDown, that Triple H should have still been in the middle of his reign of terror. That way that when the fans are all butthurt about it, they can be like, man, fuck Raw. I'm watching SmackDown. You know, I'm watching this guy. And then Eddie's that will help grow Eddie's popularity. You know what I mean? Fans will start preferring him. But you had Benoit kind of on this other side doing the same thing. And I don't think maybe the numbers and the ratings were doing whatever they wanted or expected. And they kind of immediately took the belts off of both of them. But maybe if they would have kept Triple H moving for a while, let Eddie have his thing, while the fans, you know, start appreciating Eddie and getting so sick of Triple H, then you have Benoit win after that. And then send Evolution to SmackDown and have Randy Orton beat Eddie Guerrero for the title. Something like that. Don't you wish you could rebook this stuff? I'm sure AI can probably fantasy book some cool shit in the future. Like, we have computers that can simulate what happens if, say, hey, I want to crash the moon into Jupiter, and here's what's going to happen, and here's how the gravity is going to, you know, affect these things, and here's how much mass is going to be blown off, and where it's going to go, and how it's going to coalesce, and all this stuff. If we can computerize all this stuff and whatnot, why can't you plug something in like that with booking? And say, hey, what if Eddie Guerrero was WWE champion and Benoit never had his moment on Raw? Or they at least delayed. They maybe didn't fuck Benoit over. Maybe they just delayed his moment 9 to 10 months or 8 to 10 months or whatever. Let Eddie have a run. Let the fans grow more frustrated with Triple H. And then, you know, appreciate SmackDown because at least they didn't have to deal with him. And I think that might have helped Eddie.
Both Rhino and Holly do not like many people, usually in bad moods, walking around this.
Eddie never wanted the title. Whatever the hell that's even referring to is irrelevant to this point. I'm talking about how his run went and how WWE could have made it better and given him a longer run. Unfortunately, though, that might have screwed up plans elsewhere, you know, if they wanted to do the Benoit thing, but that's it. You can just delay Benoit. We're delaying everything else around here these days, right, with Cody. I think WWE could have handled Eddie's run better, and he didn't have to drop it as early as he did. You could have built JBL as the guy that was going to take it from him, fine. But shit didn't need to happen in July. Here it is February, and he's still APA JBL. I would have built him up for a year before putting the belt on him. And they're doing it in the summer. Oh, thank you for that, We Are Pro Wrestling. It didn't happen until after this? I thought we knew. I thought we knew way ahead. Maybe we didn't. Okay, maybe my timeline's off. I mean, obviously we knew going into Mania what was going to happen. I thought it was even kind of being talked about before the Rumble. I swear I thought I heard at least rumors of Brock's unhappiness way before it was announced that he was leaving. I swear this was like a December of 03 type of thing. Was when I kind of first remember chatter of maybe something's going on with Brock. So maybe I had it wrong, but I'm trying to remember. It's just been 20 years now. Remember the house I lived in? I lived with two dudes in a 4-bedroom house. Ugh. Superplex from these guys? Jesus. DL Bain, appreciate that $5, man. Do you remember the original plans of Brock and Goldberg didn't leave? Also, can you imagine if Benoit faced Eddie for the title at WrestleMania 20? Yeah. Or at 21, you know, like I mentioned earlier, if Benoit didn't have his moment at 20 and Eddie was allowed to run all 2004 as champion while Triple H was champion on the other brand, and then Benoit wins the Rumble and then challenges Eddie, and I would do it at WrestleMania 21. Might even be better. LA over New York might even be a better setting. You know, LA is very close, you know, to Mexico. And, well, I guess Eddie's El Paso, but still. And Calgary's right up north. Maybe it's a better part of the country to do it. And it would be a perfect point in time for a title change if Eddie held the title for that long. Oh, big spear. And you could still do the hug and everything after. Wild 94.9. Okay, I don't know if I remember that story. I wasn't even aware Brock had to put Rock over on a house show before Mania 19. Brock was too young to be making a stink at that point. My God. When you're 25 years old, you have no fucking idea if you should or shouldn't be going over and shit. Shut up. You're lucky to even be in this position at such a young age. You haven't figured it out yet. Alabama Slam. That move, I've talked about it before, is just crazy. I would not want to take it if I was a wrestler. Didn't Darby take one on the steps? Like, not even flat on them, but like on the steps part of the steps. On the corners. Or the edges. Alabama Slam. Oh man, they got the worst weather for these outdoor shots. There's Alcatraz, but like, look at this. It was like that in the last couple of days here, actually, in San Diego. But that's an ugly skyline there. So it's Ray and Chavo 5 weeks ago. Okay. For God's sakes, Chavo, help Eddie. Oh. That fucking Kerwin White. Oh, Eddie's busted open. Chavo Senior, I forgot he was involved. Rest in peace. Chavo classic. Those Guerrero brothers, man. Do you know there's 28 of them? He's hurt. What do you mean he's hurt? Was she speaking German, Paul Heyman? Eddie Guerrero, he's hurt. What do you mean he's hurt? What do you mean he's hurt? Fucking A, Heyman. This music. It's so Nirvana. Hmm. I'm proud of my Latino heritage. Oh my God, is this the Don't Try This at Home song? Whatever you do, please try this on your sister. That's definitely the song. That's unmistakable. How many times our brains had to hear that shit? Remember, wherever you are, whatever you do, please go fuck yourself. That's the song. Who is this with Ray? What's wrong with me? Oh, it's the Undertaker. Oh, that's right. He's not back yet. Oh, they're just teasing it. I forgot. I was wondering if he had a match on the show. That's right. He hasn't come back yet. He's about to. Oh. Well, this isn't subtle. I definitely feel like it was kind of understood right after Survivor Series 2003. That's what they were going to do. We just watched that a couple months ago when he was buried. Even his hair was kind of longer in that match. I'm like, oh. Oh, I forgot. I love Chavo's WCW music. Jaquan, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're able to comment. Thank you for the 5. I love John Cena era. That's my favorite time in wrestling. I hate seeing old Attitude Era guys have biased hate towards him. He is one of the GOAT. Attitude Era guys don't have a biased hate towards him. Who does? Who has a biased hate towards him? The fans are assholes, but maybe that's what you mean by guys. Maybe old Attitude Era fans, yes, they had a bias towards him. They were a pain in the ass. They made me want to pull my eyeballs out and shove them up my ass. I hated that time period just to have to listen to them. I had no problem with John Cena, still don't. But if you mean wrestlers, everybody who actually wrestles, it's the fans that are assholes, not wrestlers. I think all wrestlers appreciate him and respect him and have praise. You might find an occasional one. There's always a Ryback out there in the world that's going to have something negative to say about him. But for the most part, the vast majority of his peers have nothing but respect for him. It's them fans that are crazy. I still don't know who this guy is. I'm guessing he's a boxer. Or is he the lead singer of Rancid? I don't remember any of this. I wasn't super paying attention. I had a busy life back in 2004. I was working. I had roommates. I went to parties and did stuff and had girlfriends and shit. So I wasn't dialed in as I am today. As much as I think Rey Mysterio is really going to go down at the end of the day on my Rushmore. But I've never liked any of his theme songs. They're okay. Like, that one's okay. The one he has now is okay. But I've just never been, like, a mark for his theme. You know, Rey Mysterio lives here in San Diego, and I've yet to run into him. I remember years ago, it's probably been like 6 or 7. I had a coworker who I sometimes hung out in social settings, and she was cool, and she started dating Clint Eastwood's son. And then one night, a bunch of us are like out, and I'm leaving, and she goes, "You feel like giving me a ride?" She goes, "I got to go to Scott, I think his name is, Scott's house." And I was literally like, "Are you asking me to drive to Clint Eastwood's son's house?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Of course I will. Let's go." And dropped her off there. Was never invited to a party there, though. I was just the bitch chauffeur. Concentrate. That stuff with bringing Chavo in was really entertaining, I thought. Like, I like Chavo. I feel like his WWE family counterpart in another wrestling family would be like Bruce Hart. I feel like Chavo Sr. is like Bruce Hart. And Chavo Sr. is just so much more entertaining. And frankly, a better wrestler. Who would win that shoot? Chavo Sr. or Bruce Hart? Who in the chat is old enough to even think about that? Oh my God. Scott is a chef. I didn't know that. I know he's been into my place a couple of times over the years, but I didn't really know who he was. They didn't stay together, but they dated for a while. But she had kind of like Tori Wilson looks. She looked a lot like her, actually, but she's, I think she moved to Arizona, married some rich real estate guy. Big surprise. Come on, Ray. Okay, guys, I've decided that Ray's friend, I'm going to grow one of those things right here. Not sure how long it's going to take, but we're going to give it a shot. Oh, no. Oh, no. Damn, what a sell. What a sell. Oh, my God. Chavo's out. Chavo Sr. Oh, thrown out. I mean, you knew he was going to punch someone. It's going to be a good and bad day for the Guerrero family. Get up, Dad. So concerned with his dad, and he's just telling him to get up. You can still... Why does he need to be up? Oh, there we go. Oh, my God, Ray. But, like, Chavo was clearly showing no true concern for his father there. So if that's the case, why the fuck did he get out of the ring to begin with? Why don't you just keep wrestling? Why does it matter if he gets up? Especially if you're in control of the match. Michael Cole, please don't drop a dime and say drop a dime. It's bad enough when I try to say things like that. We don't need you doing it. Ooh. Guerreros versus Hearts, who you got? It depends on which Guerreros and which Hearts. But don't make me pick. We got a young guy in our kitchen. He started about 2 months ago, super young, like 19, and his name is Ramon, and I call him Razor Ramon. Every day I call him Razor Ramon. He always says, he goes, I really loved as a kid. I loved Eddie Guerrero. Love watching Eddie Guerrero. Oh, my God. Or Rey Mysterio, excuse me, not Eddie Guerrero. Rey Mysterio. Oh! But he also liked Eddie Guerrero. But I was like, Ray lives here. We should go find him. Yeah, I want to... That wasn't that bad. I was thinking it was a bad landing too, but... It was fine. What did Ray do? What did Ray do at WrestleMania 20? He wasn't hurt, was he? What the hell did he do? I know Ultimo Dragon was on the show. I don't remember what he did. I've barely been paying attention to NXT. It's on, but... I mean, do you think Braun Breaker is a likely opponent for Gunther? Because one thing I completely forgot, it popped up in my YouTube feed. I had no idea, or at least I forgot probably, that Braun Breaker beat Gunther in an NXT title match right after WrestleMania 38. That's why you don't snort the weed, kids. Because I was completely unaware of that. I'm like, I forgot. I guess the NXT color scheme turned me off. I didn't really pay attention to it anyway, but I think I would have remembered that match, and so I was really surprised. And I'm like, well, there is some history there. And then the run-in at the Rumble, maybe that's what they're going to do. Come on, Ray. Oh, that's like a half crab walls of Jericho combination there. Jesus. Ah. Wow. Okay, so they were all involved in that. Okay, so it was that multi-man thing. Okay, thanks, Ryan. Oh, Swift has got a new one out. I'll have to check that out. And then we have Cody and Shinsuke bull rope match on Raw. That would explain why they shot that angle at the house show last night, I think, where Shinsuke missed in his face. So it's just to set up another Raw match, but you kind of felt like that issue was done. So why are they doing this? I'm like, are they setting up for Cody to face Okada at WrestleMania instead? If he's not going to face The Rock, if it was maybe that part of this, and so on Friday that was their plan. Cody would start his path to a WrestleMania match, maybe with Okada, and they're going to use Shinsuke to get to that. And as of now, that's still the plan, which is why they advertised the match. But maybe there's still a chance that they can change their mind, or Cody's going to challenge Seth. We don't know. WWE feels like they're deliberately fucking their creative up just to get us all talking and yelling at each other instead of paying attention to the real issues. Speaking of Ultimo Dragon, how long? I remember when he slipped at WrestleMania. How long was he even around in the company for? To me, it feels like less than a year. I think he got hurt, maybe. Y'all will know the timeline on that stuff better than me. Oh, nice. Skull-crushing finale. It just feels like, I mean, even now looking back 20 years ago, like Rey Mysterio in the ring with a Guerrero is kind of like sacred, you know? No matter how absurd the circumstances. Custody of kids on the line. Boxers with weird haircuts at ringside. Doesn't matter. It's all very sacred. And I will never look at it with anything other than fondness. Kick out by Chobster. The Chavi man. God, what a DDT. That was super sick. Oh, wow. What's that called? The front face suplex powerbomb thing? There's a name for that. One Man Gang was the first person that made me scared of front face suplexes. Or face first suplexes. He did it to a bunch of referees one time on TV, and it literally looked like he broke all their necks. And I'm 10, and I'm like, God damn, that's fucking freaky, man. To me, he was over after that. And then not long after then, Akeem would appear. Whoa, floater too, big moonsault. That was just a crazy landing there on the moonsault. Oh, done after Mania? Jesus. So he's already been there. Okay, I thought maybe he kind of debuted or something around this time. So he's already been in the company. You were never going to be able to like recreate that initial feeling the Cruiserweight era in WCW gave you. It was different. Oh. Can Rey Mysterio do it? Oh. Roll through on the senton. Oh, man. Chavo was not going to tap Rey, is he? Holy shit. Look at that. That's like the ridiculousness logo. Oh my God. Oh yeah, and this guy facing Dragon Lee is something else. Where the hell did this moose come from? Holy shit. Not that moose, but figuratively. That fella right there is impressive too. So they got a lot of talent in NXT, man. Oh, there's Chavo Sr.'s back. Oh, shoves Rey off. Clothesline himself on the top rope. Hook of the gear. Chavo wins the title. You got a piece of shit. There. Chavo, you cheating bitch. You dirty, dirty cheating Guerreros. That's all right. I just think that the biggest heel in this whole match is Jimmy Corderas, who threw out Mysterio's corner man. He should have just thrown them both out for fighting. Or maybe he did. Chavo. Okay, maybe that's what happened. Chavo Sr. just couldn't leave. But either way, Corderas didn't help. Fuddruckers. Oh, we already saw your turtleneck once. What I don't like about WWE is they give us Josh Matthews' turtleneck twice. And we might even get it more. That's where his dressing room is? They always have to bring up the addiction, don't they? And why is that his locker? That is the closet where you keep the tools, because there's a code and a lock on it. And it's in the parking garage. I just love that they just slap an Eddie Guerrero sign on any door. Any door! Or maybe that's the point. They're trying to pretend like he's there. I get it. Maybe that's a heel thing. Josh Matthews should have been like, that's not his door, idiot. Okay, here we go. Tail of the tape. Look, I'm reading these knowing one of them is going to be stupid, and it's Cena because he doesn't have any accomplishments yet. So his career highlights are that he has a PhD in thugonomics. Oh my God. Career highlights. Highlights of his career. You guys watch these entrances. I will be back in 2 seconds. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. See, I'm only on the last entrance, or second entrance. It's not even that bad. Getting that PhD in thugonomics ain't easy, Greg. How does one go about getting this PhD? How much does the class cost? Because I might have to take it twice. Because I'm so far away from being thugonomic that I might need extra help. A tutor, if you will. Wearing a home team jersey. You suck up. Yo yourself. Oh, please, Cena. I'm like 1.5 seconds off, and it's driving me crazy when I look at it, but it's not worth fixing, you know?
the guy that's gonna hit another dude from behind. I'm not your right hand, Kurt. There's no way that I can whack you. If I got beef, I come right up to your face and frickin' smack you.
Ooh.
You wanna know who knocked you out? Here's a really big clue. He's 500 pounds. He smells like crap. And he's standing right next to you.
I think it might be Big Show, guys. Who's...
Throw this whale back in the bay and have him sleep with the fishes. This ain't no three-way dance. This is me serving two bitches.
Okay, John Cena now must serve the bitches.
No way out is my house. Set the chain in the lock.
Trash talking would just not work on me. I'd be a lot like Rob Van Dam. I'm like, are you serious with this? I'm gonna fuck you up, man. Okay, well, then do it. All right, this is it. Now we know Kurt Angle wins this. That much I know because I know what happens at WrestleMania 20. And wait a minute, because I didn't come back during Big Show's entrance. Is he U.S. champion? Is Big Show U.S. champion in this match? Because he faces Cena for the title at WrestleMania, right? So he must be. Unless he wins it the next week. But I missed his entrance, and I didn't see if he had the belt or not. Huh. Cena. It's crazy seeing Cena still, like, he's 1 year away still from really being the man. He really leveled up. Brock leaving. You know, it's a good comparison to make, actually. That Cena was assisted a lot by Brock Lesnar leaving. Just like Triple H was. With Austin and Rock retiring, he was able to finally rise to power now that they're out of the way. And Cena might not have had as many titles had Brock Lesnar stuck around. John Cena still wearing the pumps. Okay, yeah, so he's been champ a while. So that kind of works. So, you know, every person in this match is still going to have something pretty awesome to do at WrestleMania. Because John Cena FUing the Big Show and winning the U.S. title is one of the biggest and coolest looking pops in Madison Square Garden's history. There's a moment. And I wasn't even close to even having Cena on my radar as a top guy, even here. I'm like, I knew I was okay with him, but he wasn't really doing a lot for me. And I've said that a million times. It wasn't until fans started hating him that I started respecting him. But even in these days, like, he had a couple of fun rhymes and stuff, but he was no Austin or Rock to me. Not even close. And athletically, he was certainly no Brock. So I wasn't paying him too much mind. And then it was starting to, then you saw this, and he wins the U.S. title, and then the following year, like, holy shit, they're actually going to go with him. But he still, even then, seemed like he was second fiddle to maybe Randy Orton or Batista. Those two were getting pretty monster pushes too, even more so than Cena, with Batista getting the main event. And the Royal Rumble victory. Oh my God. I thought we might get some. Oh, low blow. Low blow to Big Show. Oh. Cover him. Oh, yeah. He retained. Good. Good. I'm glad he did. Looks like Pillman Jr. and Chase You Dude are fighting over there at their little thing. Their little pep rally or whatever that is. All right, I'm going to go get another beer, but I'm not going to be gone long. Oh, yeah, and they're doing this, like, GM angle with Ava Raine, too, with Rock's daughter. So now, like, she's in a position of power. Is this a storyline? You know, I mean, if WWE has to erase Vince McMahon, one of the biggest things Vince McMahon ever did was have his feud with Steve Austin and become the evil Vince McMahon character. If they ever want to recreate that character, which we don't really need right now because you have the GMs doing a great job, but if you ever want to recreate that type of level of character, you could do it with The Rock. He could be the new Mr. McMahon, Mr. Johnson, or Mr. The Rock, or whatever. And, you know, he's got so many ties to those corporation days, and he could start being like that. And, you know, just not as over the top and not as sick and demented as Vince McMahon, but a Rock and more, you know, entertaining and fan-friendly version of a vicious and dirty heel like Vince was, and maybe have a feud with Cody or something, you know, and along with Roman. I'd rather see that than anything they're doing now. Have Rock come out in a suit, you know, and get mad, start having a grudge against a babyface and trying to hold him down, using his power to hold him down and stack the deck against him and shit like that. Just like Vince always did, you know, and maybe tease a couple of matches or a match. Book a pay-per-view match with a massive stipulation or something like that. Have The Rock fire Cody, you know, the whole thing. The whole thing. Wow. Yeah, and then Simone can be a heel GM too, and it can be the whole family. I pitched long ago. I pitched The Rock not facing Roman Reigns, but joining the Bloodline. Think about that. Think about if they really tried to take over wrestling, and now it's like Cody fighting against the world type of thing. One way that it would make sense for Cody is if he was like, you know, after I found out what you were doing. I stepped aside because I truly thought you had good intentions and that the fans deserved to find out who the true head of the table was. But I found out that that wasn't your intent. And I know what you're up to. You know, you planned on... Oh! And you turn Rock heel. Kurt's going for it. I feel like that's how the finish is going to be. They love those in triple threats. hit somebody, toss the other dude out, jump on for the pin. Up. He's got it. God, that's just insane. Ugh. I just feel like every ligament in my legs would explode out. Oh.
John Cena quite possibly injured his knee with 500 pounds across his back at that point. Great point. John Cena into the cover. One down. The cover big shot. Oh, underneath the bottom rope. Well, it pays to have legs as well as a highway. So you can get that foot under that rope to break that cover.
And that would be a good way, too, to get to Roman and Rock at WrestleMania 41 is if you have them align first. Rock joins the bloodline. Oh. You know, maybe Cody somehow still finishes his story. Ah, kick out. And then the bloodline crumbles along the way, and Roman, there's a power struggle, you know, and Roman's kind of booted out of the group. Rock's done this before. Rock has entered a group and kicked out the leader before. Right? I think we might be onto something here. And then he muscles out Roman. He's the new leader of the bloodline. You just run this with this for a year. Rock's just got to dedicate a year to this. And then you culminate it with Roman challenging The Rock at WrestleMania 41 for the true head of the table and beat him. And you can do all that shit without the title if Cody's the champion. Or, better yet, you have Rock beat Cody. Maybe Cody wins the title first, and then Rock turns heel after to save the bloodline and save the family. And then you set up like a Survivor Series match with Cody or a Rumble match next year. And Rock beats him with help from Roman and the bloodline. And Rock wins the title. And then Roman, there's already dissension in the bloodline. Roman wins the Royal Rumble. But you don't really need the title on the line for that. But we shouldn't be fantasy booking WrestleMania 41. We should be paying attention to our number one contenders match for WrestleMania 20. Guys, why are they calling the attitude adjustment the FU? What do they mean by that? It's everybody knows it's the attitude adjustment. It's the AA. Puff is just the name of the boy's magical dragon. What do they mean, FU? Oh God. Angle. Cena with the FU on Big Show, and then Angle like Germaning him is just a sight. Ooh, what a bump. Angle slam over the top. He's going to... Oh, wow, he's going to take out Cena. Oh, wow. And he's going to put down Cena for the win. I love it. I love it. Tap out, Cena. Ain't nowhere to go. You already got the bum leg. There it is. Nice. Angle going to WrestleMania. That's what I'm talking about. I could read lips on that one. That's what Angle's talking about. Kurt Angle is, what did he say? As they say on the streets, all that. I know, Andy. They got 62 days to make us miserable. I mean, WWE might not plan anything yet. They might see how the fans react tomorrow. I mean, Cody might come out there to massive "We Want Cody" chants, And if they are showing footage on the screen of The Rock on SmackDown, and the fans go crazy and boo it, they might want to wait and see how the fans are on Monday just before they make anything decision too hasty. And then if there's time, they can run an angle at the presser. I don't know. I have no idea.
But who will the champion be? Will it be Brock Lesnar, the current champion, or will it be Latino Heat?
Oh, okay. I'm like, the pay-per-view's over, right? NXT, I'm like, why are Carmelo and Trick coming out? I think I understand what's going on. This is the replay, Greg. Eddie Guerrero, career highlights, former U.S., former tag. Eddie wasn't IC? How was Eddie not IC champion? He must have been. I was at SummerSlam 2000. What happened there? Maybe China won it that year. I swear he won the title. Is this how Guerrero got the title shot? It was starting to build for Eddie. It is weird why they didn't have them both win at WrestleMania 20, isn't it? Like, what would have been the difference? I guess you would have had to do a hot potato if you did that, because then you'd have to put the belt on Kurt first, and then Eddie beat him for it, which would only be a month. I mean, in a lot of ways, it would have worked. I mean, they hot shotted the belt off of Angle. They did the same thing at WrestleMania 17, right? Rock beat Angle at No Way Out, lost it to Austin. They could have just pulled the same thing here. They could have blown off once and for all Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar here at No Way Out, instead of doing the number one contender bullshit. Just do Brock and Angle one more time. Angle beats him with help. Just do the same thing with Goldberg out there, the whole thing. The Eddie and Brock match here, only with Angle. And then Goldberg helps Angle win the whole deal. Angle is now champion. Eddie wins that number one contender thing, but now instead of No Way Out, it's WrestleMania 20, and it's champion Angle versus challenger Eddie, and Eddie wins the title. I guess that means it would have to be in the undercard, where here it's the main event. But I still think it would have been cool, because, I mean, it kind of felt like at the end of WrestleMania 20, the way those guys were celebrating, like they both won the titles, where Eddie just successfully defended his. I remember that promo, too. That was good. That was when you knew Eddie was going to win. He was not intimidated by Brock. I'm intimidated by Brock. This is a 20-year-old match, and I'm watching Brock in a digital form, and I'm sitting here on the other side, and I'm still slightly scared that he could pop out and fucking kill me. You're never safe. Oh, no, this is the main event. Who the hell wrestled in the first match? What am I watching here? I'm confused. This ain't no... What was the first match? What was the tag match with Corbin and Breaker? Who the fuck did they wrestle? See, I don't watch NXT, so I'm a mess over here. All right, here comes Eddie. Oh, man, when I was at WrestleMania last year, during Ray's entrance, they played his theme. I had never heard it in person before. This one. This theme. I've seen Eddie Guerrero wrestle before in person, but I'd never heard that theme, like, in an arena effect. Oh, man. There's, like, 3 separate occasions where I, like, nearly got choked up at WrestleMania. One was the John Cena thing, then the girls with Bianca Belair, and then Eddie's music. The little dancing troupe with Bianca, and then Eddie's music playing during Mysterio's entrance. It was like the vibes, man. Okay. Thank you. See, I'm not crazy. So there's double duty for him, right? I was like, I swear I saw them. See, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what the fucking build or card or anything for Vengeance is. I have not watched a minute of NXT television in months. I mean, I'm to the point now where I just wait for these guys to get the main roster. Like Dragunov, at least I know who he is, you know? Carmelo Hayes, I know who he is. And there's a few there that I like, but I just don't watch. God, his trick, oh man, he is busted open. All right, so we got Trick and Dragunov on one screen, and we got Eddie and Brock on the other. What a Sunday night. All right, here we go. Stardom just fired their promoter. Interesting. All right. Oh, man, that crowd. Look at that crowd. There's a bring back Strike Force sign. That's awesome. That's some shit I would have brought. Both guys could wrestle back then. Tito, I think, was even in the company doing Spanish commentary from time to time. I wish they would do a WrestleCon together. Rick Martel doesn't go out, I don't think. I don't think he does anything. But I would love to meet Tito and Rick Martel and take a picture with them. Because I was sitting on my parents' bed in their bedroom when they won the titles. And I was like, what? You ain't nothing, Eddie. Oh. God, Eddie came in like a train and Brock just stopped him. I mean, it's a shame that Brock... This would have been a fun feud. Like a full-blown, like 3 pay-per-view feud. I would have had... I mean, it's WrestleMania time, so I would have had Eddie win the title. But if this was happening at any other time of the year, I'd have, like, Eddie lose here, but nearly win, or have the match won and Brock cheats or something. Then you do a rematch where Eddie wins the title. Oh! And then you do one more where Brock gets a rematch and Eddie beats him and once and for all. You could do a stip in one of those. It'd be super fun. Look at how big Brock is. And what's he going to do? He's going to go play football? Okay. Like, who's going to want to go from being a mega top star in WWE to an unrecognizable name on the football field? He would not have become the level of NFL player that he was WWE wrestler, you know? He wasn't going to go be Reggie White or anything. Oh my God. And then he was like, well, I'm huge and I can beat people's asses, so maybe I should do that for a while. And I'm just big and menacing enough to have a chance to win a championship match that I didn't earn. It's all Lesnar so far. I don't recall really how Goldberg fits into this. I mean, I know he probably shows back up. I'm hoping he's not hitting jackhammers and spears, but he probably is. Looked like he hit him with a rear view. Brock out here throwing rear views on Eddie. Wow, Stardom promoter. Rumors are is WWE bound. Wow. I'll read up on that later. We'll get into that tomorrow night if that's a big story. Eddie. I don't know how much lying, cheating, and stealing Eddie does in this, but I mean, right now he can't even like really get out of the blocks. Are they starting NXT Japan? They might be. They've tried this shit before. They tried to do NXT UK because they knew there was a market over there, so they went there, and that doesn't even exist now, I don't think. NXT Japan is another market that they could penetrate because of the large wrestling scene over there and the Joshi scene. So it's probably a business tactic. And maybe any mistakes that were made or learned along the way in the NXT UK stuff, they apply here. Yeah, NXT Europe is now coming, right? So they're kind of revamping it all. So yeah, I can totally see that. Yeah, he's got him in like muscle buster. No, not quite, but close. Poor Eddie. The rib area. Wow, I didn't know that. Brock Lesnar is in a Madden, UFC, and WWE game. The only one to do so. That's crazy. That's crazy.
on the midsection. He kept the high pace to try to wear Eddie down. Now Brock Lesnar slows the pace down to try to wear Eddie out. Well, you know, it's too bad for this capacity crowd he got in San Francisco. No doubt that Eddie Guerrero was a sentimental favorite here in San Francisco, but Brock Lesnar, not going to have it. Eddie Guerrero looks so strong. Eddie trying to battle out with those ribs to the midsection, I should say those elbows to the midsection of Lesnar. But Brock has got that just powerful grip. And he makes it.
Oh, nice. Jawbreaker.
A jawbreaker, nice counter by Eddie Guerrero. Very smart by Eddie Guerrero, thinking on his feet there. Eddie Guerrero trying to shake some confidence.
Come on, Eddie. Damn. There you go. Little flurry. Finally, Eddie. Oh, nope. Stopped in his tracks. God, you can see the sweat flying off of him. He's so explosive. I love that they replayed the sweat. Calm down, Taz. Get a hold of yourself here. I'm now 2 seconds off on my timer here, so I'm just pausing it so I can catch up, and then I'm going to do the boom, and then forward. Perfect. What's going on in the crowd there? A lot of security? Does somebody have a laser pointer? I've never wanted to go somewhere so badly that sounds so unappealing. Like, I've always wanted to watch a wrestling show at the Cow Palace. But you would think a place called the Cow Palace would have a certain odor to it. Whoa, Brock with the sell. I mean, he leapt over the top rope. Over the corner, spilled all the way to the outside. I don't even know what he was going for. Brock has got that spring in his step. That lightness on his feet. Oh, Eddie. Oh, my God. Jeez, so stiff. Yeah, Eddie literally threw himself at Brock. First Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for a future watch-along, Nate Dogg. When is that? I kind of have a limit on what year I'll go to. What year do they start doing the pay-per-views? Because this is about as late as I like to go. I'll go 2005, 6, maybe even 07. But you can't go. I can't go too much further in the future than that. Maybe 2008. We'll add 2008 to the list now. That's a year later. One of these days we should do WrestleMania 24. Maybe we'll do that one this year. Maybe we'll do that one after WrestleMania 5. Or maybe we've done that one already. I don't remember. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, we probably need to watch 23, too. Those are some other ones we're going to do. Because we've done 21 is the latest one I've done. So I think 22, 23, or 24, we need to do those. I kind of picked WrestleMania 5 for 2 weeks from now, but instead of that, maybe we'll do a poll. I'll put WrestleMania 5 on it, but maybe we'll do a poll instead. Because one of those might be fun. Oh my God. Oh my God. Nice. Oh my God. He has got that in the middle. That looks like legit something you would want to submit to. It's a wonky looking but painful like STF. Ugh. Ouch. Brock's like, I'm going to play football, dick. Get off my knee. Oh. Crowd's feeling it. No Way Out 2003 is another good one. I haven't watched that one since either. I know that's got Hogan and Rock on it, right? Hmm.
Eddie Guerrero, the challenger, again on the attack, continuing the pressure on the champion, going after that knee again and again. Brock Lesnar powering his way out, kicking Eddie Guerrero off of him. Lesnar trying to make it to his feet. And Eddie Guerrero continues to keep the champion down. Drop kick to the side of the head.
Yeah, I think I'd watch WrestleMania 24 before 23, even though 23 is in Detroit. 24 was kind of memorable. I thought that it looked great outdoors. That was the Flair match and Shawn. Ooh. We could do 25, you know, and watch Taker and Shawn together. I don't think we've done that one either. Goldberg chant here coming. Oh. Nice. Tilt-a-whirl there. Counter. Even when he's down, he's huge, Brock. Like, Eddie still looks smaller. Oh. Oh, he's got the figure 4 on now. This is smart by Eddie. This is what Brett would have done to Diesel, you know? Lesnar's... Oh, my God. Well, then you can get to the ropes then, dude. You're dragging... You just dragged Eddie with your hands. You can just get the rest of the way. It's right there, bro. Lesnar is selling this way harder than he has to. He slid Eddie over with ease into the middle of the ring. Oh, no. Mello turned heel? Oh, he did, didn't he? Oh, that one fan looks sad. What a piece of shit. Did they lose to Breaker and Corbin? Is that why he's turning heel? Oh, poor Trick. Come on. I just want Brock to submit right there. Damn, Mello. So does that mean will him and Trick have like a blow-off match then before Carmelo's on the main roster permanently? Is that what this will result in? Feels like an exit storyline for him. And then you just book some big TV stip main event, right, in a couple weeks? And then Carmelo is Raw or SmackDown? Is that what they're going to do? Spiny. God. Not as bad as the Alabama Slam, but Spinebuster is another one that I just would not enjoy taking. Especially from crazy people like Brock. Oh, okay. Maybe they'll wait until Stand and Deliver and actually have this whole thing play out on TV and build more. I forgot Mania's coming up. He's trying to wear down Eddie Guerrero.
Wrapped around the man, it's just the guy can't move his whole body to shift his weight around to keep him in one spot. Eddie Guerrero seems to be fading a bit here. Brock Lesnar with that right arm, that hand across the forehead, across the temple of Eddie Guerrero.
He seems good. Oh, there he's moving. I was about to say he doesn't seem like he's fading. He seems completely out, but he's moving. Come on, Eddie. This is a long. I didn't realize how long this match goes. The time here says that there's still another 15 minutes, close to that anyway, left of this. Maybe 12 minutes and then 3 minutes of celebrating. I mean, oh. Oh, I was like, I did not know what he was going for. A drop kick, and he missed. Completely missed. I'm glad that NXT was good. I'm glad people enjoyed that. We had it on over here. I was kind of watching it, but I'm not really following the storylines. I'm sure the matches were awesome. Carmelo turning on Trick there at the end. Dragunov retaining. Oh, Brock's busted open. Die. Okay, he wants Eddie to die, but he won't. Okay. Come on. Definitely a weird looking submission. Eddie's ass is right up in the hard cam there. Here you go. Take it in.
sustaining this matchup thus far, but the champion continues the pressure. No signs of Brock letting go of that reverse gut wrench.
Oh.
Nice gut wrench suplex right there. That's a freestyle version of a gut wrench suplex. Every time Eddie Guerrero starts to build some momentum, just die again. You hear Brock Lesnar screaming at him. The champion perhaps getting a bit frustrated. Eddie Guerrero just gets that shoulder up.
Jesus, Brock just treating him like a grizzly found a sandwich at a campsite. I mean, from what I was doing, glancing over at the show, that blood looked like incidental blood. I don't think it was anybody was out there bleeding. Saw some bloody mouths. That type of thing. Come on, Eddie. Oh. Oh, wow. Cole's selling it. Oh. Brock really ate shit on that miss there. Oh, is he going to trifecta him? The Three Amigos. You know, I just saw the movie The Three Amigos like just a few months ago for the first time. I had never seen it. Elizabeth was like, we're going to watch The Three Amigos. I'm like, okay. Never saw it. Here he goes. Come on, to the top. I love that. I'm so that the sign in the crowd that spells out Eddie, or the letters, that fits so perfectly to all of this. Missed. Nobody home.
Realizes that as well. Lesnar to his feet, stalking Eddie Guerrero. I think it's going to be a rematch. I can tell you that. Look at this. Here we go.
Oh. I liked that too. I liked the close camera shot because it didn't look like they were setting up that ref bump too long. A lot of ref bumps they telegraphed the fuck out of. That one was actually done well. Now the referee is down. Now we know what's going to happen. And of course, he's got Eddie beat. Why are they protecting Brock? Well, I guess that's because it's actually smart. Brock didn't tell them. He probably has to know he wants to leave by now, right? But We All Pro Wrestling said earlier that he wouldn't announce that for like 2.5 weeks. So if they would have known that 2.5 weeks prior to this show right here, then Eddie would have beat Brock clean. I never really thought about that injustice before. I'm looking at this, I'm like, why the fuck are we protecting Brock? I was under the assumption that WWE already knew he was leaving by this point, but I guess not. That was the whole point of getting the belt off of him. That's what I thought we were doing here. I guess I had that wrong. So Lesnar's got the belt now. And he's taking his fucking time because Goldberg is late. Here he is. Spear to Lesnar. Where the hell did he come from? From the crowd. You saw him there earlier. He got arrested. He made bail. Or he just broke the handcuffs and escaped. And Eddie, everybody's down, and Eddie is there. He had one cuff, or his cuff's still on the hand. They were just broken. Does that mean he broke out of custody? You're not even going to make WrestleMania 20 now. You're going to be in jail. You're going to get at least 30 days for breaking out of custody and fleeing the scene. Or beating up the cops. He's covering him. No, he's got to hit the frog splash first. He's going for it here. One. Oh, Brock. I love that Brock kicked out. You got to hit the frog splash first. Oh, he's got the belt right there. Just use it. Like, don't set him up and measure him. Just whack him with it right there. Just whack him right now. Boom, 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 boom. 3 times right in the face. Hard as you can. But no, now you're going to wait. Take your time. Wait for Brock to get up. All you had to do, Brock was laying there vulnerable. You just take the belt and whack him. Like the game at the arcade. The little things that come up through the hole and you whack it with the hammer. Just do that. Why would you wait for him to recover before you hit him? Why would you hit him when he's on the ground? Oh, man. That's what you get, Eddie. Oh, no. What's Eddie going to do here? Is something going to happen? Is he going to land on this belt? I think they meant for that to be on the gold. It really wasn't, though. So that was a DDT counter out of the F5 onto the belt, which he didn't really hit. And now Eddie's going up for a funky-looking frog splash. Hits it perfectly. Come to Brian Hebner. Get your ass over here. Hurry up. 1. Eddie wins. Oh, that's so great. I still think he should have beat him clean. That's awesome. Hey, he deserves to have this. There's his mom. I love that. That's Mondo, I think. That's a good shot. I love that pullback shot of the crowd there and Eddie on the commentary table. Ha! Off leather wings. Appreciate the $2. You want to watch shit burn? Put Goldberg on Mania. Oh my god, don't even. Don't even. That was a great pop. A great 3 count. A great moment on the frog splash. Love the celebration by Eddie. Means a lot more knowing that what his fate would be a year and a half later. Does the shimmy. I still do the Eddie Guerrero shimmy. I do it around the house all the time. Brock, those eyebrows. Those bleach blonde eyebrows. Good for you, Eddie. We love you. Rest in peace. Happy Eddie. I'm happy for him. He looks thrilled there, doesn't he? Oh, man. All right, good. We finally got No Way Out 2004 done. That's kind of an important one because Eddie Guerrero is quite the beloved wrestler in our hearts, and it was cool that we got to watch that pay-per-view. So awesome. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. That was fun. Really needed kind of an escape after everything that's been going on the last couple of days, not only the past week or so with the Vince McMahon stuff, and then the big news that happened Friday, 2 big stories happening in the same day, basically, with Vince McMahon now being officially under a federal investigation for all the sex abuse and sex trafficking bullshit. And then on top of that, we had the Rock and Roman Reigns fiasco on SmackDown, and it's just been a mess, and it's been a lot of everything. And I've done 2 long episodes about it back to back. And we needed a break from all of that. So it was fun to watch the show. We are going to be back tomorrow night. I almost thought about doing a live stream later. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a late night one here. I doubt it. But tomorrow night, we'll talk more about this. We will dive more into it. And we will see what they do on Monday Night Raw, because I think at this point, anything is possible. And maybe even WWE doesn't quite know what they're going to do yet. So we will be talking about it tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday evening. Thank you so much for being